Let's talk about that time Alexis actually went with us to the show up there, and we went to the car dealership.
It's that. This is absolutely one of my favorite stories. And when people ask me a lot of times, like, what do I miss? The lights, the music, the pop, and all that. Now, I miss like what I'm about to tell you. It's like I'm riding up to I think it was Shelby, North Carolina. I know it was Rex Rumble.
Yeah.
The bar they got you with. We were going up there, and I remember thinking when the guy called me, he's like, "Hey man, can you and Alan come up for an autograph signing at a car dealership? I got Buff." And I'm like, "I mean, you got Buff?" And I'm thinking, well, we didn't charge this motherfucker enough. Like, wait a minute.
No shit.
And I said, "Have you ever met Buff?" He's like, "No." Said, all right. So then,
on my show, we call him Marcus.
Oh, Marcus. I'll call him Marcus too. So, we drive up there and we get to this car lot. It's not like I'm sorry, but it's like Redneckville car lot. I mean,
it definitely is.
We're not at some big Ford dealership. We're at like buy here, pay here.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there talking to Rex, and we're sitting there talking to him, and all of a sudden this car pulls up, and this fucking guy gets out, and he's
he got the Sonoma, man. He's like
barely shaking, and I remember Rex looks at me and goes, "Who's that?" And I go, "That's Buff, baby." I go, "Oh yeah." And
the girl was trying to help him walk to the
right. And you go, let me tell you something right now. Do not fucking put me in the ring with him tonight. And I'm like, yeah. So then he goes in there and he gives us the hug. And listen, you gotta love Marcus for Marcus, man. Like I don't have any, like when I'm around, but Marcus is Marcus, man. But we get in there and there's these line of people out the door, and they had brought in these boxes of pizza for us to eat. And we're sitting there, and
we're sitting at like a dinner table, an actual table.
And God bless him, fucking Marcus can't even fucking stand up. Barely. And I remember this lady had like a 4-week-old baby, maybe 4 weeks, maybe. I mean, like.
Dude, do you remember us looking at each other?
Like just come from the hospital with this baby, right? And she's like, "Oh, can you hold him, Buff, for the picture?" And he's the fucking pizza's coming out of his mouth. He's like, "Yeah." And we're like, "Oh, fuck."
Do you remember?
Yeah, we're around him. We're trying to we're in the picture, fucking holding the baby with him and her. And I'm like, "What the fuck does this lady not?"
Yeah, we both jumped up at the same time, going, "Whoa, you don't want to."
And I'm sitting there thinking, like, can this lady? Is she high? Can she not tell? And then
he was bad though. I mean, it was
bad. That day. He was, And then I remember we get to the arena, and Rex goes, "Okay, so I'm going to put you and Sanders with my brother in like a 3-way dance." So
well, remember we were supposed to work Bagwell where I was, or one. Remember I told him
originally there was something like that, and you told him like, "Do not put me in that motherfucking ring with him. I will kill him." But I did say to him, "Don't worry, he'll probably be fine by showtime." He's like, "You think so?" I go, "Probably."
But he really wasn't.
Because I remember we're sitting there and we're in the back, and we're with Rex's brother, and we're talking about our stuff, and he comes trotting over. He comes trotting over, and he's like, "Hey man, hey, just want to let you know I was in us. Are you guys getting ready to do a little 3-way dance?" Well, I was in North Carolina with Flair, and we did a little cemetery. I remember, I think you look here, you go, "Would you shut the fuck up, man?" Like, we know what the fuck we're doing, Marcus. This is our first fucking dance, okay? He was like, kind of looked at him like, you kind of was like, "Just get the fuck out of here."
Well, at that point, I got major heat with Bagwell.
Yeah, and you were just like, "Would you shut the fuck?" He walked off, and then so I look, because Alexis was there that night, and so we get out there in the ring, and we're just kind of dancing around, and the fucking bell rings, and you tee off.
But wait a minute, do you remember before the match started? You remember Bagwell coming up the stairs right there? You remember what he said?
Oh, what did he say? I remember him coming up. What did he say?
Remember, he walked upstairs, and he's like, "Hey, you guys got any gimmicks I can have before the match?"
Like you need any more fucking gimmicks.
And I'm like, "What the fuck? Like, you can't even get up the stairs."
So I remember getting in the ring, and fucking bell rings, and you fucking tee off on this kid, And
I started chopping the shit out of him.
Like, and I remember, like, I tell this story, dude. Like, I tell this story, and what it reminds me of is the fall reminded me of Sam Greco when he fell through the ropes and all.
Yeah.
So you pick this kid up and you fucking press him. And I think you're going to throw him out of the ring, and you actually throw the fucker into the ring ropes. So he hits, and you turn around to me, and you're like, boom, and I went, hold up, motherfucker.
You-
We got to ride home together. You better calm the fuck down. I was like, hold on. You and I rode up here together, okay?
Oh, shit.
And I remember that fucking. Didn't the kid do some big dive off the shit too?
Dude, that fucking kid acted like he was on a pay-per-view. He'd let us do anything, and then he was like, "Oh, bro, that was awesome."
Oh, after the deal, man, it was pretty hysterical because like comes up there, his fucking chest all like, you know, like
It had welts and shit on it.
yeah, thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate that. And I was like, dude. And I think he went over though, didn't he? Like, did we let him over? We let him
Dude,
go.
I don't even remember. I know I didn't go over.
I know I didn't go over.